In this presentation, I'll be explaining basic bipolar junction transistor, the type of bipolar junction transistor, and what are the regions of operations, what are the input and output characteristics. Coming to bipolar junction transistor, or it's called BJT, there are two polarities are there. That's why it's bipolar. There will be both holes as well as electrons. And there are two types of bipolar junction transistor. It is NPN and PNP. And there are two junctions, that is emitter to base junction and collector to base junction. There are two junctions are there and three layers are there, and it is three terminal device. One we call it as emitter, another one is called base, the third one is called the collector. And this is a NPN transistor. Like that, there is PNP transistor, and NPN transistor is represented by like this one, and this is represented by a PNP transistor. And the equivalent circuit of say NPN transistor, it is as if NP and a PN, or there are two diodes, they are connected back to back, or you can consider this transistor, NPN transistor, as two diodes, they are connected, whose anodes are connected together. Like that, this is a PNP transistor. Therefore, depending upon the biasing of these two junctions, there are, as I told you, there are two junctions. One we call it as emitter base junction, another one is called collector base junction. Based on its biasing, they can operate in different regions. Like that, if both these junctions are reverse biased, that is both emitter junction and collector junction, if both junctions are reverse biased, that will be working in cutoff region. It is as if it is like an open switch. Therefore, when a transistor is used as a switch, it will be either in cutoff or in saturation. Therefore, in cutoff means it is just like a open circuited switch or infinite resistance. Now, if both are forward biased, it is equivalent to saturation. That is, if this emitter junction and this collector junction both are forward biased, that we call it as saturation region, in which the voltage drop will be very small, VC will be very small, 0.2 volt, and that is what we call it as if a switch is closed position or almost zero resistance. For when a transistor is used as a switch, when it is closed, it will be in saturation region. When it is open, it is operating in a cutoff region. Therefore, when a transistor is used as a switch, it will be either in saturation or in cutoff. And the third one we call it as active region. In active region means emitter junction will be forward biased and collector junction will be reverse biased. Then that will be when a transistor is used as an amplifier, that will be working in a active region. Coming to the different configuration of BJT, bipolar junction transistor, like it is based upon the which is common to input and output. They are classified as common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and common collector configuration. If emitter is common to input and output, it is called common emitter. If base is common to input and output, it is called common base. If collector terminal is common to input and outputs, it is called common collector. Now coming to here, this is a common base configuration, and this is common emitter configuration, and this is common collector configuration. Now, one way of analyzing this one is that when you are drawing the AC equivalent circuit of this one, normal method is that you will be replacing the DC source by its internal resistance, or normally the internal resistance will be very small. Therefore, this DC source will be as if this is connected to like this one. For it is a zero resistance, almost internal resistance. Similarly, this is connected to this one. Therefore, if you look into this one, this terminal, this is the terminal, that is you are applying the input between emitter and base for a common base. Similarly, you will be getting the output, that load is connected between collector and base, because we can connect a short circuit. Here DC source can be removed and that be connected as a short circuit. Therefore, output is between collector and base, input is between emitter and base. The base is common to input and output. It's called common base configuration. Now coming to this one, this is a common emitter configuration in which this is the emitter terminal, this is the base terminal, this is a collector terminal. And here biasing is, as I told you, emitter junction is forward biased and collector junction is reverse biased. Now, when you draw the equivalent AC circuit, as I told you earlier, you have to remove the DC source and you have to short circuit this one because internal resistance is very small. That's why it is as if short circuiting here, and similarly short circuiting here, AC equivalent circuit. Therefore here, if you see the input signal, that is between base and emitter, and output is between collector and emitter. That is why it's called a common emitter configuration. Coming to this one, here again, as if AC equivalent circuit, you are shorting this one, and here also shorting this one. Therefore the input is between, here shorting between the, you are connecting the, this is the collector terminal is coming, this is the collector terminal, this is the collector. Therefore input is between base and collector because this is a collector terminal, and output is between emitter and collector. Therefore this is called a common collector configuration. This is also called emitter follower. Therefore these are three types of configuration: common emitter, common base, and common collector configuration. Coming to the characteristics of common emitter configuration, we are considering a common emitter configuration in which emitter is common to input and output. And for in a common emitter amplifier, input is between base and emitter, and output is between collector and emitter. Therefore, in order to get, there are two characteristics what we normally call input characteristics as well as output characteristics. Now, if you see this diagram, the input voltage is base to emitter voltage is the input voltage to the amplifier, and input current is equal to IB. That will be very small. That's why in microampere level, and the voltage is VBE is the input voltage. That is forward bias also. Emitter junction is forward bias. That is why here it's a NPN. This is a P. For that we are giving a plus polarity here. This is a forward bias. Emitter to base junction is forward bias. Therefore this is the input side, and the output side we can see that one collector terminal, that is NPN. N is this collector terminal is N. That should be reverse bias. Therefore N should be reverse bias means here it should be positive. Therefore this is the positive voltage and this is the minus voltage. Therefore this collector to base junction is reverse biased, and the output voltage is equal to VCE, this is output voltage, and output current equal to IC. That will be in milliamperes. You can see that one input current is very small, microamperes, and output current will be relatively more than this one. That's called in milliamperes. This is the input voltage and this is the output voltage. And input characteristics of any configuration, you can say that it is a voltage, it is a characteristics or it's a variation of the input voltage versus input current. Therefore input voltage means common emitter configuration VBE versus IB for a given output voltage, that is VBE versus IB for a given VCE. That is called the input characteristics. And similarly output characteristics means output voltage versus output current for a given input current, that is VCE versus IC for a given IP. That is the output characteristics. For input characteristics equal to VBE versus IB for a constant VCE, and output characteristics means VCE versus IC, that is output voltage versus output current for a given input current, that is for a given input current IP. Coming to the input characteristics of common emitter amplifier. Coming to the input characteristics of common emitter configuration. Now, as I already told you, when it is used as an amplifier, the emitter junction is forward biased and collector junction is reverse biased. Therefore, here you can see that one, this emitter to base junction is, say, NPN transistor. We are applying a positive voltage with respect to the emitter, and similarly collector is applied a positive because reverse biased plus with respect to the emitter. Therefore, this is a common emitter amplifier in which the emitter is applied forward biased and emitter is a forward bias and collector is given a reverse biased. And now we are going to change the input voltage VBE, and you are going to watch what is the input current IP, or VBE versus IB for a given VCE. For a given collector to emitter voltage, we are going to vary this VBE and we are watching base and IP. Therefore, that is the plot of this one. Now coming to this one here, it's as I told you, it is a NPN transistor in which P is the base here, and that is applied a forward bias voltage, VBB, and collector, that is a NPAT, and that is given a plus reverse bias distinction plus with respect to this one. Now here, as the equivalent circuit of, as we have already seen, it is a two diodes. It's a PN diode and another PN diode whose anodes are common, and it is just like a diode characteristics. For a given VCE, you are going to change what is the voltage VBE. Therefore, as VBE increases, if that voltage here is going more than the cutting voltage of this diode, that starts to conduction. It's a diode characteristics. Therefore, for a given VC, for example, here VC is kept 1 voltage, and as VBE is increases above the cutting voltage of the diode, that starts conduction, and then is a diode characteristics. The input character is similar to the diode characteristics for a given VCE. VCE is kept as 1 volt. Now, the reciprocal of the slope of the linear portion of the characteristic is the dynamic input resistance, because the input resistance, dynamic input resistance, is equal to the reverse of the inverse of the slope. Slope is given by delta IB divided by delta VBE for a given VCE. Therefore, we are taking the inverse of that one, that is called the dynamic input resistance, or that is nothing but delta VBE divided by delta IB, input current. That is called the input resistance, dynamic input resistance of the transistor. Now let us see, as VCE increases, you can see that one, the input characteristics will be shifting towards the right side. That is because of what we call it as early effect. That we'll be explaining in the next slide. Continuing the common emitter input characteristics of a NPN transistor, I have already explained here. And here the base region is lightly doped compared to the collector and emitter region. Therefore, the inner region, that is the base region, is lightly doped compared to the outer regions like collector and emitter region. Therefore, when it is the depression region, the depression layer spreads towards more towards P region. That is, this junction is reverse biased. That is, this junction, that is the collector to base junction, is reverse biased. Therefore, there will be when it is reverse biased, there is a depletion region across this one, between collector and base. And since the doping of the carriers are less slightly doped base region, what is means that the depression region will be spread more towards the base region than towards the collector region. That's because of the lightly doped base region, and the depletion layer spreads more towards the P region, that is the base region, compared to the collector region. And as you know that when the working of this one is that here electrons will be, when since this is a forward bias, electrons will be coming from the emitter into the P region and PN region, and from in that P region, that is few of the electrons will be recombined with the holes there, and normally we call 2%, almost 2% of that one. The remaining 98% of this the electrons that is coming from the emitter, that will be going towards collector region. Then that will be causing the collector current. Therefore, the base current is because of the recombination of the this electron that is inside the base region. Therefore, here, and that will be very less. And as you see that one, as the base region, as this collector region is more reverse biased, the available base region gets reduced, and the recombining that current, or that the current due to that recombination, because that depletion region is more, therefore the current due to the recombination of this electrons on the base side, that gets reduced. Therefore, the base current gets reduced. That is what is happening when VCE increases. That is very clear from this one. Therefore, as VCE increases, say as VCE increases from 1 to 10 volt here, that the curve is shifting towards right, meaning that for a given, we can say that for a given VBE, if you see for a given VBE, as VCE increases, can say that IB is reducing. IB is reducing. That is because of the depletion region is spreading more towards the base region, and the available region where it can be recombining, that gets reduced, or the base current gets reduced. And this effect, what we call it as, since the width of the recombination region reduces due to the increase in depletion region towards the base region, therefore the base current reduces, and as VCE increases. This effect is called early effect. This is what we call as early effect. Because of this early effect, you can see that one as VCE increases, the curve is shifting towards right side, meaning that for a given VBE, IBE is getting reduced. Therefore, this is the input characteristics of a common emitter amplifier in which VBE versus IB input current for a different values of collector to emitter voltage VCE. That is called the input characteristics. Last slides I explained the input characteristics. Now let us see the output characteristics of a common emitter amplifier. Output characteristics means that it is the plot of output voltage versus output current, that is VCE versus IC for a given input current, for a given IB. This is called output characteristics. Therefore, as IB changes, that will be changing, or as IB reduces, that will be shifting towards downside. Therefore, for different IBs, this is the variation of VCE versus IC. Therefore, as you know that one IC is a function of IB, that collector current is a function of the base current IB as well as collector to emitter voltage VCE. Or if you neglect this one, or it is approximately is a function of equal to function of IB, or IB is nothing but current gain, common emitter current gain beta times IB. Therefore, output characteristics in a linear region, the current IC equal to beta times IB. In this is a linear region. In this region, actually we call it as when it is this is called active region. That we call it as active region is termed as the linear region, and this is called the saturation region, and this is called the cutoff region. Therefore, in an output characteristic, you can see that three regions of operation in which when it is used as an amplifier, it will be in active region or amplification mode. And when it is used as a switch, when transistor is used as a switch, it will be either in saturation or it will be in cutoff. Therefore, however, as VCE increases, it has a little effect on IC. Therefore, this is the active region. It is almost constant, but slight variation in IB. That's very less only. Therefore, this is the active region in which the collector current and the base current, they are related by collector current is equal to current gain in common emitter configuration beta into IB. IC equal to beta times IB. That is this one. And this is the saturation region in which, as you know, that saturation region means both junctions are forward bias. Emitter junction and collector junctions are forward bias. And in cutoff region, both junctions are reverse bias. Therefore, in active region, it is used for as an amplifier, and these two are regions used for the when it is used as a switch. Therefore, the regions of operation in a transistor in that can be clear from the output characteristics. Is active region, saturation region, and cutoff region.